Is CrossFit dangerous? This is a question that I get a lot talking to new people who come into the gym, and we're sitting in the consult room and I say, hey, do you have any concerns? And they say, yeah, I've heard CrossFit is a little dangerous. I'm a little scared to try it. So here is the answer to that question. Anytime that you're doing sort of complex full body exercises where you can go fast and you can add load, there's two things that are going to happen. Number one, the fitness benefit that you're going to potentially get from doing that is much higher than if you're doing other more simple, one joint, lower load exercises. But the other side of that coin is that if you're doing them wrong, there is probably a higher risk of doing some damage because those exercises in general are more potent either way. So when used for the powers of good, you're going to get more benefit. When used for the powers of evil, you're probably going to do yourself a little more harm. So how do we really answer the question then, is CrossFit dangerous? Well, it really depends on the individual gym or how it's being executed in that specific instance. One of the things that CrossFit gyms or CrossFit coaches sometimes are not as adept at is proper progression and assessment within that training plan. So what you want to do anytime you're about to do any kind of a complex exercise is have an assessment done at first. Make sure you are ready and prepared for the demands that you're going to be putting on your body. If you're not, if you do have some weak points, which most people do, then you want to figure out what kind of remedial or extra training you need to do to get up to a solid baseline. And then you need to have some perspective and idea of progression. So you want to go from simple to complex, from low load to high load, and you want to do this all gradually over time so your body adapts, you learn proper technique, and you do things in the right way. It's the same as learning any skill it's the same as learning. Okay, yeah. I think it's coming off of a van and it's like coming through maybe the door possibly. Are you good?
We'll keep going.
Okay. Okay. So, this idea of progression is the exact same thing as if you set a goal of running a half marathon or a marathon. Number one, you want to make sure that your joints are up to it. Number two, you want to make sure that your leg muscles are strong enough or balanced to keep you in a good posture for that duration of time. And then number three, you don't want to just go and run a marathon on day one because you're going to destroy your body. You want to gradually progress up in a sensible program, make some individual adjustments and tweaks as needed so you can eventually build up to that goal. Any kind of serious training program, whether it's running or CrossFit or lifting weights or whatever the case may be, needs to follow that same basic principle. So in my opinion and what I've seen doing CrossFit over the last 10 years, when done properly, it is incredibly beneficial for people to learn how to do this stuff, but you need to take your time, you need to make those individual adjustments because not every exercise is appropriate for everybody, and you need to just have some common sense and a good coach or guide to progress you along properly. So, is CrossFit dangerous? If you do it wrong, yes, it definitely is. If you do it right, the benefits can be tremendous from this type of training as long as it fits your overall goals and you enjoy it.